What's up, guys? This is DJ Friktion of 102.DLG Radio, and tonight we're bringing you a very special broadcast, a very special tutorial on what you need to know about using Spreaker. For those who don't know what Spreaker is a broadcasting website that allows you to go ahead and start your own radio show. Now, if you guys are looking to start your own, talk show, sports radio show, we're going to show you what you need to get yourself started by using Spreaker. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now. I'm going to go ahead and start off by clicking the screen capture right now, and it should bring you on over to Spreaker. And as you see right now, you're going to see some live broadcasts taking place right now, and you can see these little red boxes. That means they are currently live at the moment. And if you scroll down, this is the website. Once you log in, you're going to be able to scroll down and check out all the live broadcasts that are taking place right now. And I didn't know that Simon Cowell had a radio show going on right now, but hey, it's all good. And as you can see, these are just a bunch of radio programs that are broadcasting right now. And there's tons. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of radio broadcasts that you guys can check out. And if you look right here, you're going to see that this is our radio show website right now. We're logged in right now to 102.DLG Radio FM. Now all you got to do, I'm just going to show you really quickly. Once you go ahead and create your account and stuff, it's very, very simple. It is free to join Spreaker. Now once you join, you're allowed to listen to hundreds and thousands of radio programs from around the world. And, from everything from music to comedy shows to sports shows. There's all kinds of shows out there. You'll be very, very, very surprised to see. I'm going to show you guys in how it works. So, pretty much once you sign up for Spreaker, put in your personal information, then you pretty much get to check out all your plays and followers and all that great stuff. I'm just going to show you something real quick. Now, this is our new 102.DLG Radio FM page. We've actually had an old one, but I'm going to show you our new one right now. But this is our new radio show page, and as you see, if we click on shows, it's going to show us all the shows that we have broadcasting that's on this network. So we have the Latin Groove Radio Show, which falls on Friday nights, and then we have the Weekly Rundown, which is on Tuesday nights, and then the new morning show that's coming your way, which will start on Sundays. So we'll go ahead and show you this. So once you sign up, it's going to give you your profile information. And this gives you all the details about your program. And it'll always put your very first broadcast, or your latest broadcast first, up on the main page. And if you click on episodes, this just shows you all the episodes that we have done so far. And as you can see, it gives you all our listens and all the favorites and all that great stuff. We got a lot of tons and tons and tons of shows. And if you go ahead and hit the expand button, it just brings you more shows that you guys have done. And as you can see, one of our most popular radio shows here is Cheating with Your Best Friend. So pretty much the sex talk you guys like. And here goes another one. Here's Going to Bed Mad with No Affection, another high rated show. It is a Love or Mind Games. That's another high rated show here that we have on Spreaker. Now, just so you guys know, another great high rated show too, I want to go ahead and point out, is when our great friend, the Irish Psychic, comes on. He does a great job and answers your guys' questions, your readings and stuff. But I'm going to let you guys know, though, once you gather a certain amount of listeners and followers, when we started out on with broadcasting, we actually started right here on Spreaker. So we're very, very lucky for that. And, of course, this is our second page that we've had. We've actually had another one, but I'm going to show you something real quick before I show you the original one. So as you see right now, we've had 5,363 plays, and so far we've got 147 followers. So that just shows you where we are right now with this new page. But it shows you all your followers. Look how cool this is, guys. It just shows you all your followers that are listening to your show, everybody that enjoys your show. Gives you a list beyond list after list. And then you can go ahead and you can also follow other shows as well. That's the really cool thing about Spreaker. And there's the professor right there. You guys can send him a request. But I'm going to show you our other page that we have here on Spreaker. And it's the old page that we used to broadcast on. Maybe one day we'll go back to it. But right now, it's the Latin Groove Radio Show. So we're going to click on that. And this is our old page. Look how many plays we got. 41,064 listeners and 627 followers. And you guys are still this page right here hasn't broadcast in a long time, since February 27th. And you guys really showed a lot of love to that page. And maybe I'll have to bring it back, because you guys are definitely showing me some love on this page, and I do appreciate it. So just keep an eye out on that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you. So we're back at our main page. So what do you guys have to do to broadcast on Spreaker? Very simple, guys. Once you join Spreaker, and I just want to say tonight's show is brought to you by our great friends at Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Freedom, and XSplit. So thank you guys all for tuning in and supporting our broadcast. So I'm going to show you. So once you go ahead and show you a little bit around the Spreaker website, so you guys have a little bit of an idea of what each thing means. Okay, so each and every single week, every time you broadcast, Spreaker will send you a personal email letting you know how many listeners listen to your show after you finish broadcasting. What happens is, once that week is over, they will send you a full list of how many listeners you've had, how many comments you guys got. Spreaker is an awesome website. Like I said, when we first started on Spreaker, this is where we got our start at. And we started off with one listener, and as you can see, we have grown tremendously over the past 4 years. So we're very grateful for that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. So you get your homepage, and on your homepage is going to give you all the shows that are broadcasting live, or just shows that are just recently finished, or shows that you follow. Pretty much will show up on your homepage. Now, if you want to go ahead and explore, this is the cool thing about Spreaker is they give you everything in categories. So if you're looking for a certain genre, you can say, hey, you know what, I want to listen to the arts, I want to listen to the culture, entertainment, music, sports. You just go ahead and click on that, and it'll bring it all up for you. And you'll find some very popular shows on here. You'll be very surprised who you may run into that it's a familiar face. Alright, so the cool thing about that is when you go to your Explorer, you're going to get your featured radio show for the week. It'll give you right here, this is your featured radio show, and then you got your star on stage, which is kind of a highlight, the person that's highlighted for the day for their broadcast. And then of course it gives you the iHeartRadio shows you guys can check out. But we're going to go ahead and show you the Spreaker store. So let's just go ahead and say, if you guys want to start your own radio show, this is the Spreaker store, where you'll be able to find all the information that you guys need. Now, Spreaker will be happy to give you a customized app that you can do, so you can have your radio show on a special app, whether it's an iPhone, iPad, whatever it is. They will help you get set up. Now, we already have our setup. If you go to the Android, actually my phone is charging right now, but if you go to the Android, it's going to pull up the information for you of how you can listen to the show. It's really awesome. And then you can go ahead and you can purchase ad campaigns, where you can have special promotions where people sponsor your show to you can put in these very special segments for broadcasting. It's really cool for promos and commercials and stuff like that. You can also have Spreaker do a voiceover for your show, or you can do your own voiceover. However you want to do it, you're in control. Now, there's a couple of ways I'm going to show you. So if you go ahead and do your customized app, now I have my app for free. And that's just because I've been with Spreaker a long time, but this is just something a little additional. Now you can, once you broadcast, anybody can go and listen to your show on Spreaker on the mobiles. Now, if you want to do something a little special and create your own app for the Android or the iOS, as you can see, they charge $99 for the year. And if you guys want to go ahead and do your ad campaigns, Spreaker will go ahead and they will advertise you, which is awesome, and they will charge you $10 for every ad campaign that they give you. Now, the cool thing about the voiceovers is you can do your own voiceovers, which are for free, or you can have iHeartRadio or Spreaker. Spreaker and iHeartRadio are partners together. So if you want Spreaker to do your voiceovers, they'll do it for you for only $20. which is not bad as well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you something. Let's just say if you guys want to go ahead and discover the price plans. They got some great stuff here. Now let's just say if you wanted to start a big station where you can broadcast for 24 hours straight, you sure can. Now don't let these prices fool you, or say, oh man, I don't want to join Spreaker. It's because I'm just not motivated. Well, go ahead, listen guys. If you guys do 24 hours non-stop broadcast, you get to do that for $119.99 a month, which is not bad if you're broadcasting on a regular basis. If you got huge sponsors, they'll give you all your audience, all your audio audience listeners and all that great stuff. You do your, there's some great stuff here. Now, this is the plan that we are on right now, which is the Anchorman / station, because we can broadcast up to 5 hours to be recorded. And our show's sponsored right now by iHeartRadio, because we're under contract with them. So they pay for the 5-hour broadcast, or we can broadcast for 24 hours straight. So we're in between these. So we can do 5 hours live of just recording the broadcast and going live for 5 hours, or we could go straight live for 24 hours non-stop without anything being saved, which is really cool. And here's what you get. So you got the station, which is the pro high, the highest you can go for level. Like all the cool things you guys get though. You guys get the unlimited live broadcast. You get the 1,500 hours of audio storage. That's a lot. You get to do the you get to see what your audience is like. You get the weekly charts and stuff, and the daily charts. This is for people who are really serious about radio. Now, if you guys want to go ahead, you can do the Anchorman, which is you get 5 hours of live broadcasting and recording, and you do 1,500 hours of live audio storage. You also get your, of course, how many people are listening to your show. You do your custom intros. You can do how many people are visually listening to your show, which is awesome. And if you do the broadcaster, you got 3 hours free, which this used to be our old plan. We used to go with the $19.99 a month, which you get 3 hours of live broadcasting. Now you can do 3 hours broadcast, go off air, go back on air for another 3 hours. You do it as many times as you want, and it's not bad for $19.99. All right, so then with this you get 500 hours of audio storage. And then you get your, how many people are listening to your show. And, of course, you do some custom intros. Now, if you guys don't want to spend a lot of money, here's the cool thing about this one. This is very, very affordable. So you get the on-air talent. That's $4.99 a month. You get 45 minutes of live broadcast. And you get 100 hours of storage. Cool stuff. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you. And listen, you're not under no contract or nothing like that. And you can just go in and you can cancel at any time. So if you go halfway through, just say, hey, I want to do my first month. I want to pay and see what it's like or whatever. You can do that as well. But now, listen, when you join Spreaker, you're going to get 30 minutes for free automatically, which is really, really cool. Very, very cool. Now, let's just say, okay, I want to go ahead and I want to start my own broadcast. So I'm going to click on Create. This is what happens behind the scenes. You guys are actually seeing what's happening behind the scenes right now. So we're going to go ahead and say, I'm going to go ahead and hit Create. And that's going to bring up the screen right here. So now you can either have the opportunity, if you already pre-recorded your broadcast on a special audio format, you can upload it, which is you can just hit by hitting upload. It'll say, hey, where do you want to upload it from? You just click on that and just go to your file. And remember, just depending on how much time you purchase, or if you're using your 30 minutes, make sure your broadcast is 30 minutes, because they will not broadcast it for free any more than that. So. Now, if you have a plan that's 3 hours, you got a 2-hour broadcast or 3-hour broadcast, you can broadcast as much as you want. It's up to you. Now, you also have the option to going over to the tube. The tube will bring you to this page here, and it'll let you go ahead and this is where you can go ahead and broadcast to different audio networks all at one time. This is a cool thing. So you can use Sam Broadcaster, Nicecast. You can use what is it? Icecast 2. You can use what's the other one? There's tons of places you can broadcast to. So this is, well, I don't want to go ahead and put my information up there, but the server information and stuff. But what happens is you just go ahead and you can put in your personal information up there, and it'll give you your server information. It'll give you all the information you guys need to punch in. You just punch in your title. You're gonna link it to your radio. your audio. So let's just say you don't want to use Spreaker as your to play music or whatever it is. I'm going to show you something. I downloaded this program called Mix. I'll bring that up for you right now. It's a free audio program, and I use it. I used to use Sam Broadcaster at one time, but of course, you know, I don't use it anymore. I should have gone ahead and should have did this earlier, but I didn't. I'm going to show you this right now. This is Mix. Now it looks a little cheesy. You can go ahead and change your skins, but I'm just going to show you real quick. Let's see. I'm going to bring this up over here too, so you guys can see. So this is a program called Mix, where you can go ahead and upload your music and all that great stuff. You can change the format, the controls, and all that stuff. It's pretty cool, and it's free. That's the cool thing about Mix, is it is 100% free, and you can record to your to your computer, to your hard drive. You can do all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this look here because I don't like it. And if I change the different skins, let's go to this one. I'm just gonna probably just stick with this one for right now. Just keep that as a default. Okay, so I'm gonna click OK. Now this is what this looks like right now. So as you can see, this is what I use on a regular basis when I do my broadcasts. I just find it easier because I can do auto DJ. I can do my playlists. I can DJ live on here, which I do a lot of the times when I'm broadcasting. Now what you're gonna do is, let's just say if you guys want to go ahead and you want to add some samples. If you click this sampler button, this is what I use to do my commercials. I will pre-program my commercials in these 4 boxes, and I'll play my music up in these top boxes. And then all you got to do is you link your Spreaker to this, and that's very easy to do. I'm going to show you. Just click Preferences, and if you're going to do a live broadcast, that information that came up on Spreaker, you're going to put that information in your host, your login, your port, your password, and you're going to make it a public stream. You're going to give your stream a name, and of course you're going to put the website you guys are going to be broadcasting to. So whether you go to Spreaker, whatever it is up to you. You name it whatever you want. And then once you're done, you just click OK. And then when you're ready, you hit the Spreaker live button to broadcast, which I'll show you right now. What you do is this. So first of all, we've got to set up Spreaker over here. So you're gonna put in your information. Bam, put all that information there real quick. That's way at the bottom here. I don't want to pull it all up, but whatever. Anyways, so basically this is what it is. You choose your ports, you choose all that great stuff, and then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna put that same information into the player that I just showed you, all up into the player that I just showed you a minute ago. Okay, so you just go to your options, your preferences, choose the live broadcast button, put all that information into here, hit OK, and then it's that simple. You can broadcast that way. Now let's just say a lot of you guys want to broadcast, and you see the little heart here, is because we're part of iHeartRadio. We can broadcast to iHeartRadio automatically. So I'm going to click broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and put test, because this is going to be a test broadcast. I'm just going to name it really quickly. And we're going to put our tags. So our tags will be 102.dlg radio, and they're already in here because this is what we do. You can choose up to 5 tags. You just go ahead and put that in, and then it gives you can share with Facebook, you can share with Twitter, you can share to SoundCloud, you can share to Tumblr, and you can also share right away straight to YouTube. Now listen, guys, if you're going to broadcast to YouTube, make sure you have your music license if you're going to be playing music. Otherwise, you will get tagged by YouTube saying you don't own the license for music broadcasting. So I highly recommend, if you're not going to broadcast to YouTube, just click the button, it'll disappear. Now if it's not highlighted, that means if it's not in color, it's not going to broadcast to that network. Once you highlight it, and once you hit that information, it'll broadcast. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you this other thing. So now you're gonna hit more options, and you can go ahead and put it in the brief description. I'm gonna go ahead and put broadcasting. Let me see, test broadcast for test broadcast tutorial. Let's do that for our listeners. Okay, we'll leave it at that. And if we want, we can put our link, you know, to our website, which is www.thelatingroove radio show. You type fast, radioshow.com. And then, of course, you're going to go ahead and choose your genre, whether it's going to be music, you know, art design. If it's going to be talk radio, just go ahead and just scroll on up and you go to talk, click talk. And then, of course, we're going to broadcast. Since we have 3 different shows going on here, we can either do it the Latin Groove Radio Show, we can do the weekly rundown, or we can do the wrap-up morning show. But, of course, what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, since we're going to do a test, we're not going to click on the weekly rundown, because then that'll go right over to iHeartRadio. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to just click our morning show one for right now, because we're not really going to broadcast. And then if you feel you're going to be talking have a little bit of a potty mouth or whatever it is, you're going to click explicit, just to kind of warn people. And then you can just enable downloading for everyone to download if you want it. And then what you're going to do is, I'm not going to have a potty mouth, so I'm going to uncheck the explicit version. And then once you're done with your description, your titles, and of course your tags, you're going to hit next. Now once you hit next, this screen is going to come up. Okay, and this is your Spreaker DJ console. And as you can see when I talk, this comes up. Okay, so I'm going to show you some cool stuff right now. Go ahead and stop this for a second. I'm going to pull something up. Now you're not going to see the volume come up on Spreaker anymore, because we got to make sure that I'm going to show you in detail on how to set everything up. So let's just say if you guys want to go ahead and this is of course your DJ console. Right now I cut the audio out on my end because I don't want you guys to see. I just want to show you everything in detail, okay? So what's going to happen is this. This is your DJ console, and this is mainly for your microphone, so whenever you talk, this will be where your microphone volume will come. Then you have deck 1 and deck 2. And then you have your mute for your decks. So right now I don't have any music scheduled, but let's just say you want to add music to your deck. You're just going to click, go ahead and close this for a second, click the add button that's right here in the corner. I'm going to move my camera real quick so you guys can see. I'm going to move myself over here for a second. So I'm going to go ahead and click this little add button. Click the add, and then you're going to either explore. I don't recommend using anything that Spreaker gives you, unless you like the jingles and stuff, which are your sound effects. But now let's just say you want to upload your own music or whatever. You hit upload, open your music library, and this screen is going to pop up. You're just going to go ahead and click on songs you want to add, and it's going to tell you how much percentage of your audio you've used. And now you can upload your music. You can do jingles, you do loops, soundtracks, effects, and of course back to your regular upload. Now if you want to go ahead and just do your music, say we're going to upload music, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to search for music, and I'm not going to actually upload any music. You're just going to go to your folders, whatever you have your music stored. Once you bring that up, it's going to pull it up right here in these boxes. Okay, it's that simple. And then once you're done, it'll bring you right back to your screen, which it'll be right back here. So your music will all be listed here. You can upload as many tracks as you want, but I recommend, if you're not going to use those tracks anymore, delete them after your show is over, and then go ahead and upload new songs for your next show. That's how I recommend it. But if you're going to take music requests or anything like that, then I recommend using the Mix, which is this little console thingy that I told you guys about. So much easier to use, to take requests and stuff. You have your music library set up, and that's just easier for me. But they're both free. So either way you go, it's up to you how you want to do it. So I usually recommend using this for your regular talk shows, or regular talk shows, or kind of do. I mean, if you're gonna just not take requests, then it's okay to use the Spreaker console. It's fine. But if I'm taking requests, I'm gonna use the mix one that I just showed you. Now, if you want to go ahead and add your sound effects, you can go ahead and do so as well. And these are just some of the sound effects that come along with Spreaker that they give it to you for free. So here's a little bit of a sample. And that's just an alarm, and they gives you tons and tons of things you guys can use. And of course, once you're done, all your jingles will load up in this little area here. So it's up to you what you guys want to do for that. This console is so very easy to use. Now, a lot of you guys, when you join Spreaker, you're gonna see these little icons here. Let me go back over here. You're gonna see these little 3 icons here. It's going to say broadcast live. Now, if you, depending on your price plan and what you're using, and of course, because we are sponsored and in partnership with iHeartRadio, so they take care of us. So, if you're going to broadcast live, you can, depending on how many hours you have in your plan. Now, if you have the unlimited plan, which is the 24-hour broadcast, all you got to do is click that, and you hit this little red button. Bam! Once I hit that red button, it's going to go live. And then if you want to just record a show, you don't want it to go live, you just hit the record button, click the button, it'll do a countdown right here, and I'll show you, since it's not going live. I'm going to click that button, it's going to do a quick countdown for me. Bam. And once it hits the 1, that means I'm live on the air right now, or recording. And that's going to happen the same way, too, when you do your broadcast. Let me just go ahead and show you this real quick, too, because I want to make sure you guys get to see everything. So when I go live, this is going to turn red. It's going to say you are currently on air, blah, 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 blah. So I'll show you again. See? It's going to count down. Look, I am now recording a show, or I could be live. I'm not going to go live right now, because if I went live, everybody's going to hear everything that I'm talking about right now. So we're going to stay away from that. Alright, so I'm going to hit stop. And then once you hit stop, if you're recording, it's the same step always. Whether you're broadcasting live, it'll go, once you're done with the show, once you hit the off-air button, it's going to save it to the system, and then within 2 minutes or a minute and a half or 2 minutes, it'll go right up on Spreaker, and it'll become a podcast for all of you guys to go ahead and enjoy. Now, if you're recording a show, this screen's going to pop up after you hit the stop button, and it's going to let you say, if you want to take a quick peek at it and listen to it, you just hit the play button, it'll play for you, and once you're okay with it, you just go ahead and hit yes and publish. But I'm not going to hit yes and publish because there's nothing on it. So I'm going to hit close. Now I'm going to show you guys. Now, what about if you guys want to go ahead and take phone calls for your show? First of all, I'm going to show you. We use a product here on our show called virtual audio cables, and you got to pay for it. It's not free, and it's not much actually. You pay a one-time fee, which is I want to say $20 or so, something like that, maybe a little bit more, $25 or whatever it is. I don't know how much it is now because it's been a couple of years since we used it, but they are still in business and they're doing a hell of a job with this program. So I got to tell you, okay, so what happens is we're gonna go. Once you go ahead to the virtual audio cable website, just go to Google, search virtual audio cables, and it'll bring up the website. And once you get to the website, guys, you're going to download it to your computer. And this is what the virtual audio cables look like. Okay? So I have to open 3 boxes, and I'm going to show you why in a second. And hopefully this will become very, very informational for you guys. And probably, I do not want you guys to get overwhelmed by this information. Because honestly, this is very, very easy. You might find yourself saying, "Oh my God, this is just too much. I can't handle this." Guys, listen. It's so simple, you can do it with your eyes closed. So I'm going to go to my folder real quick, and I'm going to pull up. Okay, so once you go ahead, I'm going to pull this up on this side for you guys so you guys can see it. Okay, so once you go ahead, you can see once you download the virtual audio cables, you're going to go ahead and you're going to see, it's going to give you some options. and you're going to go in and you're going to extract it to your folder or your desktop, however you want to do it. It's up to you. It really doesn't matter. Now once you go in, I'm going to click on this and say run, and I'm going to bring this box over because this is very, very important information. You need to have 3 boxes open for your virtual audio cables for you to take a phone call. I'm going to explain why to you in a second. Now, you don't have to worry about anything. You need to make sure whether your cables are set to 1 or 2, but you need to make sure they're set at 2. Remember, you got 3 boxes open, but you need to set for 2. So once you get 2, you can hit set. It'll set it up, and it'll bring it up for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to hit exit once you're done. Once it's set, hit exit. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hit your virtual audio cables. And once you hit audio repeat, I always use this one, the audio repeater, because it's so much easier. And once you click on that, let me go ahead and close this real quick. It's going to bring up these boxes. So you need to click it 3 times. You need to click it 3 times. I need to log out of this program so people can not write me while I'm doing this broadcast. So I do apologize, guys. I do apologize. Let me go ahead and just get out of this because I don't want to be logged in while I do this. Okay, so I do apologize, guys. Alright, so when you go ahead, I'm going to show you. You need it. I have it set up this way now. There's many ways of doing this, but you need to make sure you have it set up this way. And this is what works for me. Okay, so these are your virtual audio cable boxes. You need 3 of them. Remember that. So in your first box, we need to, first of all, if we're going to talk live on the air, we need to make sure we have a microphone. So you're going to go to wherever your microphone is. I'm going to, of course, I already have it set up. So my Yeti, it'll automatically pick up what you have enabled in your system on your computer. So you're going to choose your microphone slot. So that'll be in your very first slot, and it works for me this way. Now, like I said, everybody else can be different, but you always want to make sure that your wave in is what audio you're going to bring in if you're talking from your microphone. So it's going to be my microphone Yeti, which is my Yeti microphone I'm talking to right now, and then I'm going to bring that into line 1. So that's going to be line 1 virtual audio cable. And the reason I'm going to show you this is because it'll make sense in just a minute. So I'm going to choose audio cable 1. All you're worrying about here is your speakers, your Yeti microphone, your line 1 and line 2. That's it. So I'm choosing line 1 because I want to feed it to the system, to the Spreaker system. Okay, so once I go ahead and do that, now I'm going to make this clear to you guys. You can choose what you want. I usually go with mono. Mono, just make sure the quality is crisp, but it's going to come out just a little bit low in sound compared to being in stereo. Because once you go in stereo, it's going to pull more power from your computer, more CPU usage. So you want to do something that's going to be able to work with a regular computer system that's going to be able to handle this. So I'm going to choose mono. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go to my next box. And my next box is going to be, my next wave in is going to be the sound coming in from my computer. And this is going to help me with my phone calls, this is just a hint. It's going to help you with your phone calls. It's also going to help you with your audio. So every computer, if you guys are using a Windows 7 or a Windows 8, whatever it is, you should have stereo mix from your computer. Okay? Everybody has it if you're using a Windows 7 or 8. So my wave in is going to be my music that's going to come in. Now remember, I already have my microphone set up. So I'm going to choose my wave in, and when it's already set up, so it's stereo mix. And then I'm going to choose, of course, line 2 for my video out. Now, I need to bring them both together. So this is what's going to happen. My wave in is going to be my mic. And then my line 2, which is going to be my music and my phone calls, is going to be my wave out. So between wave 1, wave in line 1 and wave out line 2, that's going to bring my phone calls. It's going to bring my my music and my microphone together, and it's going to broadcast as if I'm controlling everything in one spot. Very easy. Now, before you do that, you want to make sure that your channel config is at mono. So you want to make sure that your box for your microphone, your line 1, is going to be in channel config mono. You don't have to touch anything else in this box. Just these two things, and then make sure it's at mono. Your second box is going to make sure it's at stereo mix, line 2, and that one's going to stay stereo. You want to have some good quality going out to the audience that's listening to the show, okay? But now when you get to your box 3, it's going to be line 1, virtual audio cable, and then line 2, virtual audio cable. And then, again, you're not touching anything else here until you get down to your channel config. You want to make sure that's in at mono. Once you have it set up that way, you're going to go ahead and hit start on each of the boxes. And as you're going to see, it's going to start picking up all of my sound. Okay, and then once I'm done, I'm just going to minimize the boxes. I'm not going to X them out, because if I X them out, they're going to go away permanently. Alright, so now you're going to see, here in my Spreaker box, it is now feeding through. How awesome is that? So now if I was to play music on here, it will play automatically. I don't have any music playing right now, but I'm going to go ahead and just show you something so you guys can see. I'm going to go ahead and pull up, let me go move this out the way for a second. I'm going to go ahead and pull up just a brief track real quick so you guys can see that everything works. I love this stuff, man. Let's go ahead and choose that. I'm going to go ahead and just choose this real quick. Royalty free. So this is the intro. We're going to bring this down a little bit. I'm just going to show you. It's going to work right up on our page. So play the music. And if I move this out the way, you're going to see that it's playing. That's simple. That's very, very easy. And as you see, it pulled my audio from what I was playing in my mixer, and it brought it right into Spreaker. And that's what virtual audio cables do. So let me go ahead and just show you real quick the last thing. Now, again, if you guys have any questions, it's very simple. Now, I'm just show you something real quick as well. This will pull up your settings, and if I pull that up right now, it's going to echo. So I'm not going to click on the settings, but once you pull it up, it'll bring up all your information. Now, you want to make sure your quality is going out. It's coming out good, so you want to make sure you're always at high quality. Or you can do medium if you don't have a very, if you don't have a strong computer. You always want to use the medium. If you want to wait for some buffer times, if you have one of those very, very cheap computers, you're not sure if it's going to work well, go ahead and choose low. It's okay. It's not going to kill you. Okay. I'm going to use high because that's what we use here. Alright, so of course you got your monitors where you can preview your music. If you're using Spreaker, downloading your music, and you have it set into the system here. So if you have your music here, you can listen to it and you can preview it here before it goes over the airwaves. Same thing. So when you click monitor, it'll turn blue. That means you can preview your tracks in your headset before it goes out over the air. And now, let's just say you want to mute your microphone. You click mute, of course. You can talk off the air, and you can talk to your guest before they come on. And then when you're ready to go on the air, bam! You just bring them right on with you. Alright, so let me go ahead and just show you this last little, very last little thing here. Now, let's just say you want to take your phone calls. Everybody wants to know how to take phone calls. Well, let me go ahead and show you. Bam! We're going to pull up our this is what we use for our show. We use Skype. Yes, we use Skype for our calls. We're going to be using Skype. We also use Uvu, and from time to time we'll go to Google Hangouts and use that for our broadcast. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and close this down a little bit so you guys can see. Now, just for me to just test to make sure that the sound is going through, and this is the only way to know your sound is going through. Okay, so if you want to feed your guests in, and this is what we use, and again, there's different ways to setting this up, but this just makes it easier for us. You click the tools box over in Skype, and scroll down to options. I'm going to scroll down to audio settings, and as you can see, my microphone is working perfectly, and I have it set, my microphone set to the microphone using the Yeti stereo microphone. And then my speakers are going to be my my Realtek high definition audio speakers, and that's all you need to make sure they're at. So I recommend using your speaker sets the way you see it here, and you want to make sure it works. It's very simple. Watch this. If you can hear that going over the airwaves or during a test, that means you're connected properly. Now, once you're done, I like to always, because I don't want to be on air and I don't want my phone or the calls to be going crazy while I'm on air. So what I like to do is I like to click sounds, and I like to either enable my sounds or mute my sounds. I like to keep my sounds muted. And just click save. Now I'm going to go back to options real quick. Now, as you're going to see, a lot of times when I broadcast, be with Professor myself, Professor is usually in the video call with me. He's not really with me in studio. He's on the other side listening in and not watching via video. And I just feed him through like he's with me in the studio. Very simple, very easy, okay? And also all you gotta do, you just gotta make sure your microphone, your audio settings, go to your audio settings on Skype, make sure your microphone is your microphone, whatever microphone you're using, and then make sure it's set at your speakers. And again, like I said, there's many ways of doing this, but this is just the easiest way for me, and this is, I had to learn on my own, and it works for me. Now, if I was to go ahead, and once I choose my settings, you always want to make sure you hit save, okay? And then once you're done with that, you're going to go to your video settings. Of course, my video is not going to show up because I'm using it right now, but I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to bring up this so you guys can see. Now, I can feed my camera in right now. Look, this is me in studio right now. Baby, 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 baby. You got me in 2 screens. Now, this is my little studio setup, and this is very, very simple studio setup. And I'll get you guys more on this in a little bit. I'll probably do this as the next tutorial, but I just want to show you a very simple setup. Nothing too major. Blah 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 blah. We're gonna be doing some major things in a couple of weeks. My microphone and all that great stuff. We'll show you that a little bit at another time, actually. But as you can see, I can do that. Go ahead and do that. Now I can also do something cool too, because I'm using XSplit, and tonight's show is brought to you in part by our good friends at XSplit and MCN Freedom. And this is going to bring in, it's going to say you cannot use it because I can't use it because I'm already using the I'm already using XSplit right now, so it's not going to pull it in. Sucks. Anyways, then you can, there's just pretty much once you're done with that, you're going to choose save, and then I'm going to show you just a little change that we did. Now, you don't have to worry about the video too much, okay? And then if you want to test it, you're going to go to where it says Echo Sound Test Service, and this is what's going to happen when you go ahead and click on that. And then they make sure that I'm online for me to do it. Now and these are your settings on Skype that you can do, so you can just put it away, do not disturb, invisible, whatever it is. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on the call button, and once I click the call button, it's going to test my broadcast, and you guys will be able to hear it, okay? Here we go.
Hello, welcome to Skype call testing service. After the beep, please record a message. Afterwards, your message will be played back to you.
Thanks for tuning in to 102.DLG Radio. I am your host, DJ Friktion, and thank you for tuning in to our Spreaker tutorial. Thanks for tuning in to 102.DLG Radio. I am your host, DJ Friktion, and thank you for tuning in to our Spreaker tutorial.
If you are able to hear your own voice, then you have configured Skype correctly. If you hear this message, but not your own voice, then something is wrong with your audio recording settings. Please check your microphone and microphone settings or visit skype.com for more help. Thank you for using the Skype call testing service. Goodbye.
See, it is just that simple, guys. Very, very simple to do. You guys think it's very, very difficult, and you guys have been asking me to do this tutorial to help you guys out, and I hope this has become very beneficial to you guys and very, very don't think it's hard. It's very, very simple, guys, and if you practice, you watch this video over and over again, it's going to help you guys out so much. So guys, please take that time. If you still have other questions about, you know, using Spreaker with other programs or whatever it is, feel free to go ahead and contact me, DJ Friktion, here at the show, and I'll be happy to help you guys out in any way that I can. Alright guys, so again, I hope I answered or I helped you guys at least a little bit with this very special tutorial. Again, I would like to thank Spreaker, our good friends at Spreaker and iHeartRadio, and our partners at MCN Freedom, and of course our good friends at XSplit for helping us out with this broadcast. And if you guys would like to know more information on MCN Freedom, all you got to do is go over to our official website and of course click on the Freedom logo at the bottom of the page and join Freedom. It is awesome. They're great partners, and they will hook you up with something special. So who doesn't want to earn some free money? You definitely want to join Freedom. Of course, pull in those big followers and those big those listeners, and you guys, man, I'm telling you, you'll be out there and you'll be doing it big, like we do here at the radio show at 102.DLG Radio. And now the other thing is too, I would like to thank XSplit, because XSplit has given us, they've been great partners as well, and they've been offering their services and their broadcasting software to us for free. So thank you guys so much. We have the full version of XSplit, so thank you guys so much for being so awesome to us. I highly recommend it. And again, if you guys got any questions on the XSplit, you can guys go on over to our YouTube page, and the tutorial is up there for you guys. And now you have the Spreaker tutorial, and hopefully we'll bring you some more tutorials to help you guys learn a little bit more about broadcasting. And stay tuned, guys, because within the next couple of weeks we're going to be bringing you a very special tutorial behind the scenes and how you can set up your own radio studio home for free. Now, without spending any money at all. And there's a lot of ways of doing it, and we're going to show you a very low cost and how we got started, and just some of the things you can use as for software, for equipment, free broadcasting software. All you gotta do is do the research, and you guys will be good to go. I promise you. And you know what? Just remember, things don't happen overnight. It takes a little time, and within time, you'll be where you want to be, and you'll get everything that you need. Trust me. It takes a little time. Don't get frustrated. Take the time. Do your research, and my best thing to recommend to you guys is once you do your live broadcast, take the time to listen back to yourself. Listen back to the broadcast and see, hey, you know what? Did I sound funny there? And listen. It doesn't hurt. Practice talking to yourself in the mirror over and over again. Even set up your video. Record yourself via video. And trust me, practice makes perfect. And trust me, it took me a long time to get to that. You're listening to 102.DLG Radio with yours truly, DJ Friktion. Welcome to Friday Night Music Request Live. Don't forget to check out our official website, theLatinGrooveRadioshow.com. Spread that love, let everybody know where it's going down. We'll see you guys soon. It took me a long time to get that down. So don't be shy, y'all. Just take the time, practice. Believe in your work. Always listen to your broadcasts, your recordings, and critique yourself. Get other people to listen to your stuff. That's the best way to go, guys. Thank you guys so much. I am DJ Friktion. Keep your head up, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Till next time, I am DJ Friktion, and I'll see you on the other side.